When you think of rent-to-rent HMO, you usually think professional room lets, but in this video, I'm going to break down why you might want to consider rent-to-student HMO and how I've incorporated that in my portfolio to scale my business big. I'm in the middle of my goldmine area, and not just any part of it, but the student central. We've got the university here, and this road behind me is one of the most popular, desirable student roads to live on. When you think of rent to HMO, you often think of professional room lets, but what I realized after getting a few houses, I wanted to diversify to spread my risk and spread my portfolio. So I started slowly adding student properties to the portfolio that didn't rely on me keeping rooms full, because a whole group would take them and hold them for an entire year. And it's been one of the key catalysts to me scaling my business big. If you're brand new to the channel, my name's Simon and I specialize in rent-to-rent, HMO and SA. I've been doing it for 3 years now, done countless deals and help other people do the same. If that sounds good, smash the subscribe button right now and join me every single week for weekly content. So why rent-to-student, as I'm calling it? There's a few different reasons. The first one off the bat I just touched on. When you've got a group of students, they take on the whole HMO in one go. So you don't need to worry about keeping the rooms full because you've filled the property in one go. Second advantage is they're going to stay for an entire year, and if that wasn't enough, the third advantage is you don't have to pay council tax because they're exempt. So there's massive advantages, but the hidden secret, the hidden little tip and trick that I love rent to students for is it allows you to scale up. So let's just say you've got 20 rooms and they're all professional HMO. Typically, you might be running at sort of 85 to 95 occupancy on a good day. And that basically means you're always going to have a couple of rooms empty. What I've noticed is as I've scaled to 40, 60, 80 units, that amount of rooms that's empty increases. So as you can imagine, 10% empty rooms at 100 units is 10 rooms. And I realized that the more units I had, the harder it was to keep them full. So rather than over cornering the professional market, oversaturating it, I was like, hang on, I can take on other properties, put groups of students in them and just leave them. And the great thing is there's no voids. Another interesting point about this, by the way, is that students are going to like different type of properties in different areas. So once I had exhausted the professional market, the bigger houses with multiple bathrooms, I could then go to bread and butter terraced houses, 1 bathrooms, 4 bedrooms, and create mini HMOs. And these mini HMOs are churning out £700–800 a piece. So let me give you an example of one of these deals, just one of these behind me. I pay the landlord £800 guaranteed rent every single month. I'm charging £500 per room, which is 2K. Minus the 800 gives me 1200, and then minus £100 per person per month, another £400 gives me £800 net. And as I said, council tax is exempt. In order to get the exemption, all you need to do is get the student IDs or the letter of invitation from the students and send it over to your local council tax establishment, and you get full exemption for the entire academic year. And that's an extra £120, £150 cash flow that I wouldn't have on this property if it was working professionals. So rent to student, you heard it first. This is something that you need to include in your rent to rent portfolio. Hope you found this useful. Subscribe to the channel, comment below with any questions you've got, and I'll see you in the next video.